under this blue, let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC, let's have it right. Minerals FC. You got the minerals, yeah? Love it. Got the minerals, TT.
Hey, Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.
Let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Big up to every single one of you in here. Every single one of you in here. First and foremost, guys, you know what to do. Smash to pieces the like button. Every single one of you in here, smash to pieces the like button. Let's get those likes up straight away. Before we even start, we should have over, 50, 55 likes at the minute. Let's get it up, guys. While I'm out here talking, let's just press on that like button. If you ain't got your notifications on, hit the notifications. We know that the algorithm is all tits up at the minute and it's not going very, very well because of the World Cup. Always when the internationals are on, it always kills all of us that have platforms. And I get notifications from a lot of you guys letting me know that they don't even get the notifications. But either way, hit the notification button, smash the like button. And as always, if you ain't subscribed, subscribe. We're on the road to 5K and many, many more subs to go. We've also got pinned in the live chat the Minerals FC community, the membership, land your minerals there. If you can, fantastic. If you can't, it don't matter. It's all about being part of the channel. And the fact that you're all here supporting the channel means the world. And that's what it's all about. And we're going to talk about Chels. We're going to talk about positive things. We're going to be very, very positive. I'm super excited to have Chelsea back. It's been too fucking long. This World Cup has done my nutting. I'll be real. It's been good and all that, but it's nothing like Chelsea. It's nothing like supporting your club. You know, I'm sorry, it doesn't come close. It really doesn't. And that's just me, my personal self. The World Cup is a great spectacle, but let's have it right. It's all for the brown envelopes. And speaking of brown envelopes, yeah. As we know on the Minerals FC, it's a Dark Minerals night. No brown envelopes is safe on the Minerals FC. And we're going to say it as it is. But talking of brown envelopes and this World Cup was in Qatar. Was it or was it not? Right? Was it or was it not? And who sponsors and supports PSG? Qatar. Qatar pretty much owns PSG? And what did we have in the final of this World Cup? Mbappe, v Messi. And who do those players play for? PSG. That's right. PSG. Let's have it right. So are we going to go down the road and be conspiracists and say it was rigged? It was all set up for this? Was it or was it not? Who knows? The way I look at it, though, the money and the amount of brand envelopes in Messi and Mbappe's pockets is astronomical, guys. It's huge, mate, because it was all about them. It wasn't about France v Argentina. It was about, is Mbappe going to get his second World Cup? Or is Messi going to win his World Cup? The one trophy that's eluded him. The one trophy he could never get hold of. But let's have it right. The Argentina team was never even that good. All those years that Messi played in his prime. So he's come at the latter stages of his career. And arguably, would you say Argentina was the best team in the tournament? I'm not so sure. They won it. Don't get me wrong. And on top of that, Messi is the first player ever in history in the World Cup to score in the, I'm sure it's the round of 16, quarterfinals, semi-final and final. He's scored in every stage and everyone's loving it. Everyone's literally can't speak high enough. The stat alone is an unbelievable stat. It's an unbelievable stat. It really is. It's an unbelievable stat. But when it's Minerals, man, we dismiss it. Don't mean fuck all, does it? No, we don't give a shit about it. But when it's Messi, yeah. We'll speak about it. We'll praise it. You see, this is what it's all about. It's all about agenda and the media agenda and the brown envelopes pushing for Messi to win this World Cup was relentless, guys. And everyone can see it was like that, you know? So anyway, we're going to move on. I'm going to run into the comments, guys. Big up to every single one of you in here. There's almost 100 people in here. Hit that like button. You know the deal. All right, let's get into it. Chelsea down in here. Big up to you, Geezer. Johnny Minerals. Big up, mate. And a Merry Christmas, mate. Big up, everyone. I hope everyone has a fantastic Minerals Christmas this year. Let's have it right. And there's going to be more streams before Christmas. But you know, we might as well get it going. We're in the week before Christmas. And I tell you what, the weather has been shocking. The snow and the ice and the black ice has been killer. And I'm glad it's all been washed away by all Mbappe's tears, bruv. Mbappe's tears last night, and all of a sudden the snow's gone, guys. It's delightful. I'm here for it. I'm living it. And as always, we drink the tears of all of those French. We drink the tears of the Ninja Turtle. Big up to you. Let's go, guys. Let's go. And big up to Chelsea Dan. Big up to you, Giza, who's become a Minerals FC member. He's part of the Minerals FC family. Big up to you. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Thank you very much, Chelsea Dan. Lovely to see that. Big up to Mr. Minerals Medina. I enjoy to watch your shows. Big up to you. Big up Leo in the Up the Minerals. Brown envelopes get in the mud. Let's have it right. Baba says we should get rid of Sterling. Let's be honest, gentlemen. We got the wrong Man City player. Jesus was a better choice. Listen, Jesus is out for 3-4 months. I always told everyone that he's an injury-prone player. He was injured every season under Pep Guardiola, and no one took note of that. And now he's out, and now Arsenal really in a pickle. They're in a little bit of a pickle at the minute. They just lost 2-0 to Juventus, a dead Juventus team, a Juventus team in turmoil. Let's have it right. Their whole ownership has just jumped ship. They've left. They've resigned because of all the brown envelope mockeries that has been going on. All the brown envelopes that have been flying about at Juventus, and they've had to resign, leave their jobs, leave their salaries. Interesting. But they beat Arsenal. The Arsenal. Yeah, they're in the mud. Let's see how they start off in this second part of the campaign now. Let's see if they do fall off that cliff, which I still believe they're going to do that. And Jesus is a mega player for them, a massive player, very, very instrumental in the way that they play, how they work from the front, how he brings Martinelli and Saka into the game, and how they score so many goals, even though he doesn't score as many goals or assist as much. But it's what he does off the ball. It's what he does in the team for the team. Interestingly, a player that reminds me of that player, Oh, yeah, Minerals Mount. Yeah. But we dismiss it. But yet the Arsenal fans don't dismiss it with Jesus. They actually acknowledge it and they respect it. And they can understand that now they've got to deal with that Nketiah fella up front unless they sign a striker. But who are they going to sign? Because who else out there is like Jesus, or what's going to give them what Jesus gives them? A player that Arteta's worked with at Manchester City for many years. Let's see what happens with Arsenal. But I disagree, Barbar. We should get rid of Sterling. Why should we get rid of Sterling? If Sterling and Minerals Mount played in that game against France for England, we wouldn't have lost that game. And I stand by it. Sterling is a baller. He's our player. He's here for the future. He's on 300 grand a week. And he wants to prove himself at Chelsea. He wants to go and win the Champions League at Chelsea. So we have to back Sterling, bruv. We have to back him, bruv. It's as simple as that. Big up Carefree CFC, up to Chels. Let's have it right. Chelsea, Mitchie boy, Chelsea Dan, a new member. Big up, bruv. Everyone show love to Chelsea Dan in the comments, guys. He's a new Minerals FC member. Let's show him the love, guys. One only ace. Big up Don Johnny. Got the fucking Minerals, bruv. Big up to you, geezer. Toppings, my geezer's in here. Sorry I'm late, Johnny. I've been busy putting together a Lukaku Martinez World Cup bloopers video. LMAO, up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Listen, shocker, bruv. Martinez. I'm sorry, it's not as bad as Lukaku. No chance. That cement booted, absolute fraud. Was the worst. But for me, Martinez on the biggest stage, it just shows you they're both flops, mate. They're Serie A pensioner merchants, bruv. They're not got the minerals to play in the Premier League, bruv. So let's stop calling for players like that and let's look at proper players at our football club, which we're going to talk about, guys. Big up Stritters in here. Big up Johnny, boy, AK, the Dark Knight. No brown envelope wrong. It's safe. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Just for Stritters, he knows the deal. He knows the deal. Let's have it right. That's for everyone at Minerals FC. That's for everyone at Minerals FC. Come on. Everyone lets me know about all the brown envelopes. Big up Johnny's in here. Curses in here. I saw Nutty Blues in here. Up the Chels. Loads of you in here, guys. Lovely to see you all in here. As always, hit that like button. Hit that like button. Brian Riley's in here. Swaggy is in here. Francis. Blue Line Orbital, my member. Big up to you. Up the Minerals FC, up the Chels. Top 4. Here we go. Let's have it right. Why can't we get top 4, guys? Why can we not get top 4? Oi, Johnny, baby. What's happening, my man? Let's get the Prem up and running. Up the Chelsea, up the Listen, I'm buzzing for the Premier League. Finally, it's come, guys. Finally, we can actually watch Chelsea. And I'll tell you what, it couldn't have come soon enough. I miss it, guys. I really do miss it. Audrey's in here. Sean Newlands. Mbappe, best player in the world? No, he's not. No, he's not. Messi right now, you can't dismiss Messi. You can't just say Mbappe is the best player in the world because he scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final. What did it amount to? What did his hat-trick amount to, guys? I'll tell you what it amounted to. Absolutely sweet F.A. It amounted to his tears. It amounted to heartbreak. At the end of the day, Jeff Hurst is the one who scores a hat-trick. Let's have it right. And won the World Cup. That's when it counts. You can score all the goals. You can get all the golden boots. You can score goals like Harry Kane, like Harry Spitface Kane. He's got what? How many goals did I see? Let me learn this now. I saw this recently. Let me just see what it was. I'll get it up. So I'll be sick if I was Kane. 314 career goals and not a single one meant anything to anyone. Not a single one meant anything to anyone. Hasn't amounted to any trophies, guys. It hasn't amounted to nothing. And yes, he missed that penalty. And maybe should have scored that penalty instead of rifling it like a rugby kick. Yeah? And Mbappe, look at him. You know what I mean? Look at him. Like I say, we drink the turtle. It's Ninja Turtle FC. It ain't even France, mate. It's just all Mbappe, isn't it? It's all Mbappe. But obviously, everyone has seen it. Lionel Messi has finally had that first kiss with the World Cup. He's finally had the first kiss for a World Cup. And everyone's going crazy about him wearing that robe. You know, one of the sheiks or whatever give him the robe to wear. Well, Pele wore the in Mexico, when they won it in Mexico, Brazil, he wore the Mexican hat. So what? I mean, if I'm being a bit real, Messi probably wasn't even thinking. All he was thinking about was, I just want to get my hands on the trophy. I want to lift it with my teammates and in front of the whole of Argentina. The first time that Argentina have won a World Cup since Maradona. Maradona's passed, and now he's continued that sort of the boots. He's filled in those boots, shall we say, by winning the World Cup for Argentina, Lionel Messi. And, you know, everyone was like, oh, it's over. He's the GOAT. He's this and that. And there's no debate. And Ronaldo's in the mud. Now, to an extent, Ronaldo is gutted, right? And I'm more happy that biggest fraud, that brown envelope, that Epstein Island absolute merchant sitting next to him now is the one that's in the bin. He's in the bin. He's in the bin. And I'll tell you why he's in the bin, all right? And why he's the one that's been muddied. And he deserves to be muddied, yeah? I hope everyone can see that very, very clearly, all right? I hope everyone can see that very, very clearly. I'm going to get it up right now. Because this is absolutely delightful. This is absolutely delightful. So let's share the screen and we're going to mud the rat. Let's mud him. We love mudding brown envelopes because that's what it's all about, isn't it? All right, so we've got here Piers Morgan here. He says, I'll be on TS Breakfast in a few minutes to explain why Ronaldo, not Messi, is the football GOAT. That's what he said before the World Cup final. But let's go to what he said before. He said Messi's the greatest footballer ever and Cristiano's second best. Any further debate is superfluous. I have spoken. You have spoken. You have spoken, my son. And you have muddied yourself, my son. And we're all here for it, guys. Everyone is here for it. We're all here for Piers Morgan to be in the mud. It's fucking minerals, bruv. It's absolutely minerals. But let me just quickly run through your chat. I'm going to go on tangent, guys. I'm going to go on off tangent. I swear. All right. CFC Kel, Keith Adams in here. Who else is in here? Bobby Fairview, big up Johnny. Another generation of talent wasted by the FA. Let's talk about that. As you brought it up, let's talk about the yes man. Listen, let's have it right. The FA have given this fraud another 2 years. Another 2 years they've given this fraud, right? Do you know why? It's called yes man tax. That's what it is, the yes man tax, bruv. That is what England have now resorted to. Now we're going to have 2 years. We're going to go into Euros of the same shit with this fraud, all right, who's tactically inept. He's got no minerals when it comes to being a tactician. In-game management, knowing when to make changes, knowing who to pick, instead of listening to all the brown envelopes, who he should pick, who he shouldn't pick, yeah? Let's have it right. And now we're stuck with this guy. It's just a joke. It's a mockery. But it's yes man tax, guys. That's what it is. It's exactly what it is. It's nothing more. It's nothing less. That is what it is. And let's have it right. Are we going to win anything? Is England going to win anything with this fraud? I swear I'll put my hands up if we do. I cannot see it coming. Just like I can't see Arsenal Spurs winning the Champions League ever. I can't see it. And that reminds me on this matter as well. We have to always bring it up. And I hope Chelsea Old Boys is somewhere around, wherever he is. Big up to him. We see things they'll never see. We are Chelsea Football Club. We are the biggest club in London. We are the elite club in London. Let's have it right. And don't let any other rival make you think anything else. Yeah? Don't ever talk down about your club to any other rival because they ain't got a right to speak to Chelsea. No one's got in London's got a right to speak to Chelsea. Yeah? Let's have it right. So Chris CMC, big up from Toronto. Happy holidays all. Big up to you, Chris. Lovely to see you in here. Leo says Christmas minerals. We're all going to be living it up at Christmas. Let's have it right. So forgive me if I've missed any of you guys in the chat, but big up to every single one of you. Hannah's in here. Big up to Hannah. That ref against England was totally biased, and that French goal shouldn't have stood. Listen, let's have it right. That was a brown envelope ref. All right. I think the majority of these officials at the Qatar were all being paid. It's clear as day for me. Clear as day. And in that France-England game, some very dodgy decisions. And the one that stuck out for me was, I can't remember who the foul was on, which English player it was. And then we did the exact same move, same foul on a France player, and the ref blew with a matter of like 5-6 seconds in between each one. So that says everything to me. That is something not right there. And we know that. It's corrupt. It's all about the money. It's all about the brown envelopes. And we know that. But big up to Hannah in here. Big up to Hannah. So let's just run through. John CFC's in here. Big up to you. Dino's in here. Lovely to see you in here, Dino. As always, Jack Henry, I can't handle another 2 years of this guy. I really can't. I thought the Euros would be it, and then the Qatar World Cup. Now another 2 years. It's shocking. He's literally, when I talk about Brokelona and flushing Brokelona down the toilet and flushing them, yeah, this is what Gareth Southgate and the FA are doing to England in this golden generation. They're flushing them down the toilet. It's so sad. This is such a talented crop of players. And this guy plays Henderson. Fucking Henderson. He plays Maguire. These guys are not good enough. How are they in the team? It's beyond me. It's absolutely beyond me. And Foden, where was he in that game against France? Where the fuck was he? Where was he? The so-called generational talent, Gary Neville. Where was he, mate? You know, where are these players when it comes down to the big moments, the clutch moments? Where's Harry Kane? They're all bottle jobs. Do you know the only world champion? There's only one world champion in that entire squad, and that's Minerals Mount. And you've got him on the bench. It's a criminal offence. You should be banged up for that. All right? And he comes on, and I never spoke about this on my previous stream because I didn't do a stream after that. I haven't done one for 7-8 days. All right? But I'm going to bring this up. All right? Minerals Mount came on and won 2 out of 3 duels for the little cameo that he came on. He came on and won a penalty after being on for 32 seconds, all right, to bring his country back in the game. He won more duels and did more in that game than that fucking fraud Jordan Henderson did in the entire 75 minutes he played. Think about that. Think about if Mason Mount played that entire game. I said we would lose that game without Mason Mount and we would lose that game without Raheem Sterling. And what did we go and do? We lost the game. I rest my case. My minerals are solid. No one can doubt the fucking minerals. I've landed them and I'm going to carry on landing them. And people will dismiss all that. But you cannot dismiss the facts of the matter. You cannot dismiss the minerals. You cannot dismiss it. And if you do, jog on. I'm drinking your tears anyway. We all are here. Everyone at Minerals FC, we drink all the haters' tears, all the wrongers' tears, and that's what we do. And all the doubters, and all the idiots, and all the numpties, all the wishy-washy, flip-flopping merchants, bruv, all the brown envelopes, we drink all their tears. Let's have it right. Oh, man. Big up to Barbar in there, landing the soup minerals. Johnny, people saying David Datro Fofana ain't Chelsea level. All I know is he's heir to Drogba throne. 21 goals, 7 assists, played clips. He says Chelsea in his heart. All right. Now, there's lots to talk about. And as big up to Barbar for his soup minerals. And because of his soup minerals, we are going to go straight into it. And we're going to talk about this geezer. We're going to talk about this geezer. All right. We are going to talk about this geezer. So let's add him to the stream. Now, I put he could be the Drogba 2.0. Could be. It's too early to say if he's going to be that or not. It's way too early. But let me land this because this is delightful, guys. This is absolutely delightful. I love this. So we're going to play this right now. Let me get it ready for you guys. Let me make sure it's high, nice on the screen. All right. So big up to David Datro Fofana. Now, before I get into this, it is being said by Fabrizio, the kingpin brown envelope Romano, that this is pretty much a here we go. All right. And he's playing for the same team that Haaland did. Check that. And I'm pretty sure I'm right on that. I haven't done enough research on this guy. I've watched enough to like him, and I've seen enough to know that he's got minerals there. I can see it in him. His hold-up play, the type of goals he scores, header, left foot, right foot, great positional awareness. He can carry the ball. He can get past players, and he's a clinical, instinctive finisher. And I know he's playing in a dead league. I know he's playing against dead defenses, but no one said that about Haaland. You know, he's scoring goals and a lot of them, and we have to take note of that. And we're hopefully pipping a real talent here at Chelsea Football Club. But this for me, set in stone. Like, I'm already loving this kid. So let's play the clip. Let me just make sure that you can see. Big up to Barbara. I'm going to take your soup minerals off there so that everyone can read the subtitles. And we're going to land it now. So let's listen to what he's got to say for Fofana.
What's your favorite team?
Chelsea. I don't know why, but I want to play for Chelsea. It's been good, very good team. Very good. It's my head.
What's your favorite
I
team?
love that, man. What's your favourite team? And Chelsea's in his heart, guys. Chelsea is in his heart. This guy isn't even officially signed for us, and he wants to play for Chelsea. I want players that want to come to our football club. I want players that want to play at our football club. I'm done with mercenaries, guys. I'm done with these guys where the board's just throwing money at these players to sign them, but they know their heart's not in it. This kid's got something to prove. This kid's young. He's talented. Now, is he ready to play at Chelsea? Is he ready? Is he going to be thrown in January to play at Chelsea? I don't know. I don't know enough. I don't buy the brown envelopes. This will all remain to be seen. This will be put out. Hopefully in January, there'll be a bit more clarity as to whether he's going to play at Chelsea and be part of our squad for this actual season, or whether he's something in the summer transfer, after the summer transfer window, and then he comes in for next season. But either way, I like him, guys. I like him. And people saying he's not Chelsea level, you don't know that. You don't know that until he's put on a Chelsea shirt and he's going to show us what he's made of. But there are elements I see, like Didier Drogba. I do see I can see what people can see when you put a sort of comparison to Didier Drogba and like traits, the way he looks, his physicality, the type of goals he's scoring. I mean, that goal he scored where he took on like 5 players. I know they're rubbish opposition. I know it's a crap defense, but at the end of the day, you beat what's in front of you and you perform to level. The fact that he took on 5 players and scored the goal, went round the keeper, let's have it right. I think if you do that in any league, you take note of it. It's just whether you're going to do it in the top leagues, but you've got to be given that opportunity to do it in the top leagues to prove that you can. So listen, if we go and sign him and it is a here we go, then I'm ready for it. You know what I mean? And I'm all for supporting this kid and backing this kid. Absolutely all for it. Absolutely all for it, guys. And everyone should be. Everyone on Minerals FC, just let's be excited about this kid, because I do like him. I do like him. And I look at players and I can see he's got something there. But it could be a perfect signing for Potter. Potter getting these sort of unknown young talent and moulding them into how he wants to play in his blueprint. I'm all for that. I think it's a lot easier for Graham Potter to do that than sign Galacticos and bring him in and expect him to play on his tune. It's a little bit more difficult because these guys are more experienced. They've got more pedigree. They've got a superstardom about them. So it's different. With young players, you can really get in their psyche and you can mold them and develop them in the right way, how you as a gaffer want them to play. So maybe that's the route that Potter wants to go, mixing it in with some real top quality. Do you know what I mean? That could be the way to go. Big up the Blue Lounge and Merry Christmas, Johnny. Big up to you, Geezer. Big up to you. Yeah. People say Fofana ain't Chelsea level are the same people who look at the current attack and think that's Chelsea level. Listen, we can all bitch and moan about Chelsea's attack, but the main issue and the main problem is the midfield. If you do not address the midfield, doesn't matter who you got in your attack. I said it, you can have Messi, Neymar, Mbappe. If you ain't got the quick transitions, if you don't have the right profile players in the middle of the park, it's the midfield that wins you games. Look at Croatia. Their midfield got them to where they were. They're nowhere good enough. Their attack's nowhere good enough. Their defense is good, but not amazing. It was their midfield was world class. Just their midfield alone was getting them through to where they got to semi-final. And we have to acknowledge that and understand how football is. If you look at all the great teams in the past that have won Premier League titles, and you can look at Chelsea as an example, our midfields were unbelievable, solid. No one wanted to step to our midfield. When you look at our midfield at the minute, yeah, people are like, yeah, I could deal with that. I could go with that. So we have to respect that. It's not just about the attack. It's about the midfield, the midfield balance, the midfield, what it gives you. And how the midfield benefits your transitions as a team, not only individual players in midfield, but as a team, how your transitions work is down to your midfield and how good they are, how intelligent they are, how quick they are, how good are they at their roles. You need your defensive player, you need your good dribbler type player, your articulate player, you need your number 10, number 8, you need the mixture in there of minerals that complement each other to be able to go and win titles and be consistent. And right now, Chelsea haven't got that. But yet everyone dismisses it. It's like just the attack. We just need to look at the attack. Oh, get rid of that attacker. Get in this attacker. It doesn't work like that. If you sort the midfield, you see how the attack benefits. You see how the attack, the receptions of the ball are more completion, higher completion rate, quicker. Means that the attackers can do more damage on the half turns. They can get into the pockets, into the spaces of the opposition's defense and hurt them quickly because speed kills. Chelsea don't have that. That's why, because our transitions are so slow because of our midfield. Yeah, let's have it right. That's why you're playing against low blocks all the time, because you're not quick enough. Your transitions ain't quick enough to catch the opposition out of position to hurt them. And then you can use a player like Werner, for example, that we had, who can exploit those spaces because of the quick transitions. We don't have that at Chelsea. And that's why we're always playing against fucking low blocks. And then when you play against low blocks, you have to rely on individual brilliance. But that alone is not good enough. It's not consistent enough because it's a team game. Let's have it right. I'm landing minerals here. Hit the like button. There's almost 150 people in here. Land the minerals. Hit the like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed. And we're going to move on. We're going to move on. Big up to everyone in here. Every single one of you in here. Let me just run through you guys. Let me get through the chat. While I do that, just hit that like button. Let's run it through. All right, so we're at the bottom now. Listen, how are we gonna go into this now? We're gonna move on to Nkunku. I think fuck it. Let's go on to Nkunku. Yeah, I put it at the top of the live chat. I put a link. How he absolutely battered Manchester City like fish and chips in the Champions League, and he scored a hat trick, and he looked very, very good. Not the best performance, but the fact that he was clinical. He had 2 chances, 2 goals. Then he scored the 3rd goal. He's a very good player, very intelligent, likes to get a lot across the front line, and he's got pace, he's got good touch, and he's got an instinct and a taste for scoring goals. Everything I like in a player. Everything I like. The only question mark I have with this player is he's playing in Bundesliga, so we have to be a little bit cautious about that because there is the Bundesliga tax. We know that. And when I've watched him in the Bundesliga, he doesn't play against a lot of low blocks. Doesn't talk. That's what I'm saying. Low blocks is key. It's where Chelsea struggle to break down teams. And I think when you're a possession-based team and you can't break down low blocks, how beneficial is that for Nkunku or any of our front line? That's why I'm talking about the quick transition. Sometimes it's good to absorb a bit of pressure, a little bit of pressure, and then you can pounce with the quick transitions and hurt teams and get a balance. I noticed that with Pep and Manchester City over the last sort of 2-3 seasons, that they sat back a little bit more in periods of the game, and they timed when they pressed high and took all the possession to tie up the team, and then they chose when to sit back. And that was the difference in them being more consistent and more of a unit, and not just being all about possession, tiki-taka, because you can get caught out like that, because sometimes you can't break down teams. But when you allow teams to come onto you a little bit, that allows openings for you to penetrate and attack those areas. And I think we need to look at the midfield so that we can actually have that in our team across the squad and know what to do, what our roles are when we're in without the ball and with the ball, and how quickly we've got to be and give the ball to the right players at the right time and play as a team. And right now we're not doing that. You know, we're struggling. We're struggling in that sense up to the World Cup. What's going to come after the World Cup remains to be seen. And I'm looking very much forward to it. And I'm very positive and I'm very optimistic. But at the same time, we have to acknowledge that there are issues in our squad. And the midfield is one of the main ones for me. And we have to see if we can get some sort of consistency, because the gaffer's changed. He made 42 changes in 14 games or something like that, or something more than that. It's not good enough. You can't do that, Potter. You have to sort of stick with an 11. You have to stick with an 11. But what I'm saying is Nkunku. Nkunku is here we go. Now, the rumours are, I saw from Simon Phillips and Fabrizio that Chelsea might reconsider, reevaluate, and look to bring him in January. But I don't know if that's such a good thing. I don't know if it's such a good thing. He's one of those players that you sort of need a team around, like the foundations laid. And right now, Chelsea's foundations ain't laid. We're in the process of transition. We're rebuilding. We're trying to renew contracts. We're trying to see what the squad's going to look like for the next season. And this is a building block at the moment. So is it the right choice? The only thing that makes me feel maybe is Broja. Now, I want to send out my heart and my love to Omari Broja, who I haven't spoken about this because I haven't done a stream, but this was horrible to hear, horrible to see. And this player is out for the season. I don't even know if he's back for the start of next season, but he's done his knee, an ACL. It's shocking. It's so sad. A player of that talent. And he was only just starting to break in. He was training. He looks good. He's strong. We all love him. We think he's going to be a lovely player at Chelsea. And he's just had his career taken from him for this moment in time. And I really hope that he comes back as good as as good as the potential has shown us, because it's not nice to see, guys. And over a friendly against Villa. Really? Is it necessary? I understand you've got to get minutes under the belt, but fuck me. You know, this is what happens. You lose players. I think it happened to Loftus-Cheek as well, guys. Something like this. You know, look at Loftus-Cheek, how he's trying to come back all the time. It's not good, guys. But I think he's got the mentality, and I think he's strong enough to come back, and hopefully we can have him next year in the squad. But at the moment, we are down a striker. We cannot rely on Aubameyang. I'm sorry. We cannot rely on Aubameyang, all right? And Kai as a false nine is touch and go, depending on what we are like in transition and who he's got around him. But I like Kai more as a floating 10, if I'm being real. So there is an option to get a striker. Is that striker going to be a Fofana? Is he going to come in January? Is it going to be an Nkunku? If that's the case, then let's do it. We've got no other choice, guys. We've got no. And I don't want to hear all this Cristiano Ronaldo nonsense. If Todd Bowley goes and signs Cristiano Ronaldo, Potter is a yes man. I'm sorry, that's it. And I'm not going to be very happy. I'm going to have my doubts. And I'm going to just be looking at them like all they care about is dollar signs and pound signs, and that's it. until their 10 years is up. So let's see what happens with that. Even if it's a loan, I don't want this player. I really don't. You saw how he treated a club that he so-called loved. Well, what's he going to love about Chelsea? He's not going to have any love. He loves Cristiano Ronaldo. Why do we want that at our football club? We don't. We don't want that. So I want to make that very clear that I do not want Cristiano Ronaldo at Chelsea Football Club. I never have. A lot of people, a lot of other platforms were twerking for Cristiano Ronaldo all summer, and now they're saying, "Oh no, I don't want him. I don't want him." Blah blah. What's going on? Wishy-washy fan base. Listen, it's clear as day. He's not the right player. It's not what we need. What we need is the midfield sorted. We need some minerals in that midfield now. When you talk about the midfield, Declan Rice, we need the Rolls Royce. It's as simple as that. We need the Rolls Royce in midfield. And once we get him and we get another player, we need someone else as well. We don't know what's going to happen to Kovacic's contract. I think there's talks of him that he might want to move on now. He's not happy with the situation at Chelsea, the change of manager. We don't know what's happening with Kante. We don't know what's happening with Jorginho. There's 3 players there. We've got Mason Mount's contract, but let's have it right. Mason Mount's going to sign at Chelsea. There's no debate there. And he needs to be paid what he's worth. And he's worth his 300k. And people say, oh, if he's proper Chels, if Mason Mount's proper Chels, then he'll sign on whatever. Yeah. All right. So is he less proper Chels than Reece James? And Reece James on 250 to 300 grand. But Mount should settle for 150. Jog on. Let's have it right. He's been our most important player for the last 3 years. He's carried this football team. He's carried us. The weight on his shoulders is ridiculous. So at the end of the day, his contract will come. And Bowley coming out and saying, players that don't want to sign on new contract, getting renewed contracts, then they'll just let them leave. I don't believe that. That's a tactic by Bowley and the board to force the players who do want to stay at the club to put them in a corner to sign a contract that they don't believe they deserve. They deserve more. So at the end of the day, I'm sticking by that. I think Mason Mount stays. Whether Jorginho, Kante, and Kovacic stays remains to be seen. It remains on how this season goes. If, for example, if Chelsea don't get top 4 and we don't get Champions League, are these players more inclined to stay at Chelsea and want more money to stay at Chelsea? I'm not so sure. And they can go on freeze, for example. Jorginho's one of them. They might go. However, what if Chelsea don't get top 4 and they win the Champions League and they're in the Champions League next year? Does that change their mind? Or do they think, no, actually, I want a new challenge now. I've won 2 Champions Leagues at Chelsea. I want to go to that. So there's a lot of twists and turns in the transfer market. There's a lot of twists and turns with this squad. And we have to bear that in mind, guys. There's a lot of factors on and off the field that affect these decisions and where players stay, whether they stay or whether they go. Yeah, there's over 160, there's 167 people in here. Every single one of you guys, smash to pieces the like button. Smash to pieces the like button, guys. I'm landing minerals tonight. There's no debate about it. As Chelsea Dan says, big up Chelsea Dan again. A shout out to him for being a new Minerals FC member. Minerals FC, big up to you. And he says, smash the like button and sub, guys. Let's have it right. Big up to you, geezer. Big up to Deals in here as well. Big up Johnny Geese. We need that Gvardiol defender, proper Minerals defender. Listen, Gvardiol got taken to the cleaners by Lionel Messi, and I know it's Lionel Messi, but this is a 36 or 37-year-old Lionel Messi, however old he is, yeah. And he got done like Kipper. He went forward, he slowed down, and then he done him again on the quick turn. Big up to Messi for doing that. But Gvardiol's young. He looks a quality player. But let's not be mistaken, guys. All right? The brown envelopes are at work. And as my title says, the brown envelopes, it's their feasting season because we're stepping towards January and it's building up. It's been building up throughout this World Cup about all these players we're linked with, the Hendricks and all these players. And where have they gone? It's gone Real Madrid. Done deal. Apparently, we offered more money. Did we or did we not? Who knows? That remains to be seen. All right? That remains to be seen. But Gvardiol, there is going to be loads of clubs after Gvardiol. Loads of clubs. Real Madrid are sniffing. All the big clubs are sniffing. And what's the best club? I say it to you time and time again. The club the most used club. It's like we've just been slinged around. Our names been slinged around. Do you know why? Because players in the game, the brand envelopes like Ben Jacobs, Fabrizio Romano's, all these guys that come out, Matt Laws, who've come out and openly said that Chelsea have got over 350 million. They could spend up to 450 million. They're still within financial fair play. They still can keep players. All right. What does that do? That lets everyone else know, all the other agents of all the other players that are trying to construct deals for and orchestrate all these deals, get more money. Use Chelsea's name. You get more money out of the clubs that he's actually going to or wants to go to. Does he want to come to Chelsea? If Kovacic ain't going to stay, is he going to come to Chelsea? His Croatian man's at Chelsea at the minute. His mate Kova's there. Again, it's linked. If Mason Mount leaves, do you think Declan Rice is going to come to Chelsea? He's going to have second thoughts. There's implications here. Now, when you talk about Bellingham, again, another situation with Bellingham. Listen, the amount of grooming that the dippers have been giving on Bellingham, using Henderson and Trent at the England camp, has made me sick. The amount of propaganda, the amount of media manipulation from Talk Sport and Sky Sports with Jordan Henderson. What a great play. He's won it all, blah, blah. And he ain't fucking won it all, yeah? He ain't won it all, yeah? All right? He's a shocking player, all right? His sell-by date's way past it, like rotten milk and eggs. And this guy's shoehorned himself into the team because of the media. And now he's trying to create this bromance with Bellingham. You've got to come to Liverpool. Now, we all know Bellingham's dad is a Liverpool fan, and there's that type. But listen, when it comes to this stuff, when it comes to football, there's no loyalty, whether you're a fan or not. Sancho supports Chelsea, he's playing for United. You know, you've got players that will go what's best for their career. If Bellingham goes to Liverpool, his career is going to go down the bin because Liverpool need rebuilding. They need to be restructured. How long's Klopp going to stay there for? And at the end of the day, you're going to be paying, 130 million? It's whoever pays the most money for Bellingham. Now, everyone cries like a bitch about Mason Mount's 300 grand a week contract, but they're more than happy to sign Bellingham and pay him 300 grand a week. They're more than happy to play certain players that they don't have agendas with. But the players they have agendas with, they'll pay. They don't want them to pay the money. They'd rather play the players that they like. So at the end of the day, you think Bellingham's going to come to Chelsea on 150 grand a week? You're a long way from Starbucks, yeah. And 130 million, whatever. Dortmund are the worst club to negotiate with. They're a shit club to work with. As we know, when we were working with Haaland, they're not a good club. They'll go, they're mercenaries. They love the money. They'll go wherever the brown envelopes are. And at the end of the day, Liverpool will probably go all out and do that. Bowley might want to do that, but Bowley needs to think about what he's doing here. Are you going to buy Bellingham and Rice? You're going to just buy Bellingham and not Rice? What's the deal? What's the situation? We don't know what the plan is at Chelsea. We haven't even got a director of football. We haven't got the right personnel in all the places yet. They are starting to come in. But before you make big decisions like that, you have to make sure it's the right ones, because there's a lot of money being thrown about. And we can't make that. Look at Roman when he came in, he just bought anything or anyone that he could get his hands on. And we can't have that approach. We have to be tactful. We have to be intelligent and make the right decisions and go for the right profile players to suit the system that Potter needs. Now, when you talk about Graham Potter needs time. Now, if he goes and loses 2-3 games, you know how reaction FC this entire fan base is, and they're going to go for his head. All right. Now, is he an elite gaffer? No, he's not elite. He's bringing in a Pochettino, because we've heard all the. I didn't even get to speak about this. There's all this talk about Pochettino, the bottle job himself, wanting to take the Chelsea job and basically shoehorning himself in the media and the brown envelopes to push him out there to say, "I want a job." I miss managing football club, and I want a job. And they're assessing the situation at Chelsea to see, maybe this Potter guy ain't the guy. Maybe he ain't the real deal. The thing is Pochettino elite? No. So why? My thought process is this: I had an elite gaffer in Thomas Tuchel. and you got rid of him. All right? But getting rid of a Potter, who we know is not elite yet, I say yet, because he has the potential to be elite. All right? Bringing in Pochettino, who's won a league, all right? He's won fuck all at Spurs. He bottled it so many times. He's had one of the greatest teams, PSG, and bottled it at PSG in the Champions League. So this is my thing, yeah? I don't want that sort of gaffer because he's not elite. If you're going to sack Potter, go and bring in an elite gaffer. Don't bring in an elite gaffer. Don't bring in Pochettino, bruv. Yeah? I don't want that Spursy DNA at Chelsea Football Club. It don't sit right with me. It's not right. He's not good enough. He's done well. He built Spurs foundation. He got Spurs to where they are at the minute. Let's have it right. He did do that. We have to give him his fares. Yeah? But he's not that guy to take you to the next level. He's just not that guy. So you're taking another manager who's under Thomas Tuchel. No, stick with Potter. Give Potter the time. Give him certain players. And that's what you do. You back this gaffer. You know, you just have to back him. And if he does lose games, so be it. You know, we know we're not there yet. We're not there in the league. But he's got every opportunity, this gaffer, to go win the Champions League, bro. He's got every opportunity to win the Champions League. And why can't we? Listen, all the spotlights on PSG and on Bayern Munich to win the Champions League. Where's all this nonsense coming from? Where's all this nonsense coming from? That's all right. We'll be underdogs. We've done the double on AC Milan, mate. Done the double. Yeah. So at the end of the day, I'm seeing a lot of people calling for Potter to be sacked, and it's disgusting. The guy hasn't even walked through the door. He's sort of had a mini pre-season. I think it's been very healthy for us to have this World Cup for the condition that we were in, the results that they were going the way they were going before the World Cup. And now we can come back, start fresh. Let's fucking have a go. Let's go, have Bournemouth at home, and let's do them. Let's smash them. Let's smash them. Let's have that mentality. Let's bring our big boys back, and let's have it right. We got Reece James back. We got Fofana back. We got Georgie there fresh. We're going to have Minnels man. We're going to have Kai Havertz, who balled out. Let's have it right. Let's not forget about Kai Havertz. Came on. He was criminally benched. He's got the most goals and assists over the last, 24 games or something like that for Germany. And he came on and he scored 2 goals and brought them back into the game. They got knocked out because that fraud Flick wanted to be clever and play Muller because it's Muller's last World Cup. Oh, boo-hoo. What do you want to do? Please players, or do you want to play to win? And this is what Potter's got to do. He's got to play to win. He's got to play the players ready to win. Yeah? He's got to play the players ready to win. This is very important, guys. Very, very important. Big up to Mitchy boy. Thanks for Super Minerals. Can we talk about Omari just well? Well, let's have it right. That is one of my talking points. And I was always going to talk about this, but you brought it up and we're going to talk about it. So, this kid, let's have it right. This kid, he's proper Chels. Yeah, we talk about proper Chels. He's proper Chels, bruv. All right. He's also with all the other team, David Luiz and other players. Yeah, but I've stuck him with the GOAT there with Didier Drogba. But Omari Hutchinson, I tell you what, this kid, he left Chelsea and he went to the north side of London, and he realised it ain't gravy, mate. It is not gravy there. And I want to come back to Chelsea and do him. And he's come back to Chelsea and he's playing under Potter at the minute. And I think Potter's going to use this kid. He's got abundance of pace. He's got a wonderful touch. He's got dribbling. He's got a shot. And you know what I love the most about this kid? The most I love about this kid is that he's fearless. And I want players to be more fearless. And there's nothing wrong with trying things because you're fearless. If it doesn't go right, it don't pull off, it don't matter. At least you're trying, because eventually, the more and more you try, you will pull it off and you'll get the results. And this kid, what a fucking performance against Villa. The kid's a baller. We know it. He's very young, and we've taken him from the Gooners. So big up to the Arsenal. We're drinking your tears because you've just lost an absolute gem, a baller, a little minerals gem. Let's have it right. A diamond in the rough. Omari Hutchinson. Let's have it right. Let's all drink up for Omari Hutchinson, and go and follow him on Instagram and all that. Let's get him up because he's going to mud the Gooners, mate. And hopefully he plays the Gooners. Yeah. Hopefully Potter plays him, gets the Gooners, and he scores a lovely goal. And then, you know what I mean? That's it. He's cemented in. His legacy is going to be set up for wonderful things. And I'm all excited about Omari Hutchinson. I think we should all be very excited about him. You know, the future is bright at Chelsea. And then we got Caicedo as well, scoring rockets galore. This kid's got a shot on him. He's got an eye for a goal. Very Lampard-esque, very Ballack-esque from what I see. You know, the future is there. We've got some real lovely talent at Chelsea Football Club. And listen, when you've got a gaffer like Potter, you know, he will bring through these guys. He will bring through these guys. And if he's given the time, which we've been told by Bowley, he's got the time to nurture them and develop these players like he has done at Brighton. And let's bring up Brighton, because Brighton have, what player did Brighton have? Brighton have Mac Allister. And what did Mac Allister do for Argentina? He won the World Cup for Argentina. Let's have it right. He was instrumental for Argentina. He was absolutely instrumental. And what did he say? I'm going to bring up what he said. I'm sure it was Simon Phillips. Let me just double check that. Let me double check. I'm sure I found it somewhere. Let me get it up, guys. While I'm doing that, guys, hit the like button. Smash the pieces the like button. You know the deal. You know the deal. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. And big up to every single one of you, anyone who's new in here, and everyone who is always here from day one. Right, so where is it? I'm sure I saw it. Here it is. All right, let me get it up for you guys, because I quite like this. I quite like this. So big up Simon Phillips as well. Brighton midfielder Alexis Mac Allister on Graham Potter. I wanted to kill him. But that's part of football. He was very helpful, improving my versatility and physicality. I'm a much better player today because of it, so I can thank him a lot. Now, we have to give credit to the gaffer there, and acknowledge that it's not just about, it's about what this gaffer can do with players. No one knew about Mac Allister. I didn't even know he was Argentinian, bruv. I thought he was Scottish, bruv. He's Mac Allister. No one knew about him until he came to Brighton, and they saw a bit of him. But he's shown his qualities in the World Cup on the biggest stage. And let's have it right. Brighton are going to hold on to dear life to keep this player. Does Graham Potter want Mac Allister now? I'd love him. I would love him. Why not? He knows the gaffer. Does he want to play the gaffer? I think Mac Allister's going to have a lot of big suitors as well. You know, you might get those Real Madrid sniffing, Barcelona sniffing, all these lot. But the fact that he's speaking of Graham Potter after World Cup, I like that, because he's shown respect to him. He's showing an appreciation to Graham Potter, and we should as well, that we've got someone like that. We've got a gaffer who has the ability to build and develop players. And we've got a lot of young talent. And if you look at our transfer activity, we're buying Nkunku now. We're getting Fofana. We're looking at young talent. Declan Rice, 23. He's still young. Bellingham, 21, isn't he? So we're looking at players of young talent with a bit of ilk, a bit of clout and that, but also some that are under the radar. We're looking at Gvardiol, another young player. And you want these young, hungry players, and you want to build. I think Bowley said it. He wants to build a sort of like a world-class team of young talent. And Potter is that guy to bring them through and blend them all in and gel. Now, there's an element of how much time are you going to give Potter, depend on the results. If the results ain't going to go well this year, now we've been told, the Brown Envelopes have spoken that in the day, irrespective if we get top four or not, they're going to keep Graham Potter. So whether anyone likes it or not, this is the gaffer at Chelsea, and we're here to back him. I'm backing him. I'm not coming at the gaffer. I'm giving him every opportunity, and it's not his fault he's come in mid-season, you know, or the start, you know, after 5-6 games of the season, after a transfer window. It's very difficult for him. But like I say, the players weren't Tuchel players anyway. most of them were not Tuchel players. Let's have it right. I don't believe any of them were. So it's not like you've got Tuchel players and Potter's got these Tuchel players. No, I think the board have gone by their advisors and they've gone and bought these players and tried to get deals and show that they're active in the market and try and please Chelsea fans. But now it's not about that. And now it's about buying the right players in the right positions. We have to look at the midfield. We have to look at the midfield. We have to look at replacing Thiago Silva. Do you know what I'm saying? You Bliss says, Johnny, would you take Ivan Toney? I would take him. Absolutely would take him. Let's have it right. He didn't go to the World Cup because of what the FA did to him with all that saga that was going on. That's the only reason. I think Gareth Southgate probably would have taken him. There's no chance they were going to take him after that. I think we have to all be real about it. We have to be all real about it. Enzo, is it Enzo Fernandez? Everyone wants Enzo Fernandez. Listen, he's got astronomical fee. I want who Graham Potter wants. I want to be proved that Graham Potter is the guy making signings. I want to see who we sign to dictate whether that is the truth or not. Because right now, I'm not too confident. Let me just run through. Big up to Chris in here. Jack's in here. Seppers is in here. Big up to you. Let me just run through, guys. Ludovic says, David Datro Fofana, we will be set with that killer. Fix the midfield. And we are set to run the game for seasons. Let's have it right. And I love that mentality. That is exactly the way I think as well. I think if we focus on repairing and rebuilding this midfield for the future, we will dominate and we will go and win titles. Whether that's under Potter, and I hope it is. I've always said I think Potter has the potential. He could be a Sir Alex at Chelsea. He could be that guy given the time and the backing. Sir Alex went through a real tough time before he won that first FA Cup, and then the rest is history, what he won. But he was called out. Everyone was after his head to get rid of him. And they stuck by him. They backed him. But the difference between Fergie was that he had the full backing by the board, directors, everyone. If he says, I'm getting rid of Van Nistelrooy, who's our best goal scorer, top goal scorer, because he fell out of Ronaldo, I'm getting fucking rid of him. If I'm getting rid of David Beckham, who sells us shirts, he's a superstar, all right, then you're selling David Beckham. Like Paul Ince, Roy Keane's, all these players, he got rid of them. You didn't play to his tune, you didn't agree with him, you're gone. Doesn't matter how big you are. Potter needs to get a grip and a lock hold on the squad and build his squad and then make sure this squad has got the harmony and the team spirit. Let's have it right, because that's what wins you titles. That's what makes you compete at the highest level. And you have to know that the gaffer is in charge and you respect the gaffer. You do what the gaffer says. And that's what we need at Chelsea Football Club. We've too often changed managers. And after a few bad results or a string of bad results, we just get rid of managers. And you've got to change that philosophy at the minute. It's not about immediacy now. It's about longevity. And I want longevity. I want to dominate for years, not just stints and periods. I want to dominate. Like a brand of football, like Potter's got a brand of football. That brand of football is like, could be like Barcelona's brand of football, for example. Pep's brand of football. You know how they play. Nothing changes. That is what you know what to expect when you play that team. Arteta's starting to build that. He's starting to build that. Ten Hag is at the start of the process, like Potter is. And you can see the only question mark on Potter at the minute is I can see Ten Hag's imprint and development very quickly. I'm starting to see it more. Granted, there's inconsistency because their squad's not built for it at the minute. But I can see traits. At the moment with Chelsea and Potter, and to his defence, the injuries and the issues and the games and the lack of training in between, I get all that. And he hasn't started from the start of the season, whereas Ten Hag did. So he's a little bit ahead. Maybe that's why. So maybe we're going to start to see Potter ball or parts of it, moments, glimpses of it in patches of the games that we play. And that's what I want to see, to really be like, I'm properly excited, because I think this guy's brand of football, this guy's blueprint is really going to take us a long way. That's what I'm hoping for. This is my energy. This is my vision. Hopefully for us under this gaffer, that we can be excited to look forward to a brand of football that we all crave as football fans. We want to watch lovely football, but not every game's going to be like that. You've got to dig out your minerals. You've got to win dirty 1-0. You've got to come from behind if you're not playing well. You know, we know how football is as a game, but generally, I'd say I want to see that sort of 80% of when we play to be that brand of football. And I want to see glimpses of that with Potter. And at the moment, I haven't seen any of that yet. So hopefully we'll see that in the second part of the season for us to feel more excited, more optimistic, and sort of trusted him. Because let's have it right. Us Chelsea fans, we trusted Tuchel. We fell in love with Tuchel. He earned our trust, didn't he? He earned it. And Potter has to earn it. That's the going rate. You got to earn that trust. We'll back you, don't get me wrong, but you have to earn and let us understand and see that you are the right gaffer to take Chelsea to where they belong. Because managing Brighton ain't Chelsea, mate. And right now, we're the same points as Brighton, all this shit, same goal difference, blah, blah, blah. Not good enough. We're not that team. We were never Brighton. Under Tuchel, we were never near that. So why have we fallen like that? So my concern is this, and I'm going to be real about it. I'm going to land it how I see it, and the minerals I'm going to say right now, it's up to you whether you want to buy into it or not. All right? But this is the way I look at it. If we do go and lose games, and I don't think we will, I think we will. I'm very confident, but I'm just saying, hypothetically, if we go and lose 2-3 games, my issue isn't is Potter good enough? My issue isn't like, the team deficiencies, because I know about that. My issue is going to be, and the way I think it all boils down to is, I think there's going to be a large number of players in that squad that are not buying into Potter. And that is the biggest problem, no matter how long you're going to back a manager, is if the players themselves are not buying into it or don't agree with it or whatever, and that translates onto the pitch, then the results will be dictated by that. And as you know, player power, whether we like it or not, is just like this nemesis at football clubs. They are the most valuable assets. A gaffer is not. And it's down to now to see where the minerals are with the board and with the gaffer, and how long they are prepared to go the long haul with it and back him. This is what I want to see. Now, I don't think it's going to come to that, but you could say there's elements of this happening from our previous performances that we can see. And I'm not going to deny that. I'm not going to be delusional, because I think there are elements of this. So let me know in the comments what you think about that. Big up to Louise James. I've already spoken about Fofana, and I think he's got minerals, and I'm very excited about this player coming, and I hope he does officially sign. Like I say, I'm not going to get too excited, but it looks like it's a here we go. It looks like it's a here we go, guys. Where are we? And we have to be careful about the brown envelopes and what they come out and talk about our football club. Yeah, what they talk about our football club. There's over 160 people in here. Big up to every single one of you in here. Smash the like button. Very important, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that like button. And get in the chat, guys. Get in the chat. Right, so let me run forward. I want to bring something else up now. I'm going to bring something else up. So let me get it up. So obviously Simon Phillips has come out from Tom Hopkinson. I don't know who that geezer is. Probably another one, isn't it? Chelsea will look for a lone striker for the rest of the season after Amanda Broja suffered a campaign-ending knee injury. The Blues will rival Manchester United, who are also on the lookout to take a goal scorer on loan. Well, it's not just Manchester United; it's Arsenal as well. It's Arsenal as well. This is a lovely touch, guys. On loan, Chelsea defender Ian Matson is offering to pay for Christmas groceries and presents for 10 families. He has asked for people to nominate someone who could really use this and will personally visit the winners on Christmas Eve. That's via BBC Sport. That is touching. That is class. Class is permanent, guys. And it's a Chelsea boy doing that. It's fantastic. That is real minerals. And we should applaud him. That is quality, absolute quality. Love that. I love stuff like that. Absolutely love it. That's what it's all about. Let me just run. Okay, so that's not there. Let me get it up then, guys, because this really roused me up. As you all know, I don't get too happy about certain things. Where is it? Guys, also, if you're on TikTok, get on my TikTok and also Instagram and all that jazz. All right, this is what I wanted to bring up here. All right. Now, when I talk to you about agenda on Chelsea and the media and how they push agendas, and they have a real agenda against Chelsea. And we have to acknowledge that. We have to understand that. Now, we know about the brown envelope Rory Jennings, yeah? Rory Jennings, biggest brown envelope, biggest flip-flopper. His interest for Chelsea is not at heart. It's all about celebrity, stardom, getting up the ladder, being the big bollocks I am, living life to the max, and not about Chelsea Football Club. Well, let's have it right. Big up to John, proper Chels, been going for years. I had the pleasure to meet him. I can't remember what game it was. Was it the Arsenal game? I think it was after the Arsenal game. It was pissing down. And I saw John. Big up to you, geezer. And he messaged me today and he says, oh, he's on Rory Jennings is on Radio 5 Live. And he was talking about how this is the greatest ever World Cup final, blah, blah, blah. Propping it. Why? Why are they propping it? They're propping it because it suits the brown envelopes. Because this whole facade, this whole World Cup being played in the winter during a season is criminal. Because it's all about the money. It's not about the players' health and safety and fitness and understanding how football's played. It's all about the money. So we've got to have the right faces to go on all these platforms to prop this shit, to prop it, to say what a it's the best World Cup ever. It's the best World Cup. Oh, why couldn't it have been the best World Cup in Qatar? Just because it's Qatar. And you got that guy from Sky Sport, what's his name? Svol, whatever, Coville, whatever his name is, yeah? And he comes out, and I still haven't changed my mind how I don't think the World Cup should have been at Qatar. And I agree, it should never have been there. I wanted to look forward to it in the summer. I didn't want players to have their minds distracted for at the start of the season because they don't want to get injured for a World Cup. Kovacic, one of them, didn't give it his all. Yeah? Didn't give it his all. A lot of players scared about injuries, scared about getting in tackles, going, getting stuck in, getting the 3 points for Chelsea. All right? And that goes not just for Chelsea. I'm giving it from my perspective, but a lot of other teams and a lot of other players. And they've gone to the World Cup and you see them playing unbelievable, guys. You see them playing Kovacic was phenomenal. Ziyech, fantastic tournament. Pulisic did very well. Where's that at Chelsea, for fuck's sake? Why are you not playing like that at Chelsea? And this is my point. People are, these players are focused on that. Now they played the World Cup. Let's see. Now they're all going to land the minerals, bruv. They're all going to land the minerals for their clubs, are they? They're going to come back and they're going to go for it. They're going to go for it. Well, this is why the World Cup should never have been played mid-season. It shouldn't have been played mid-season. It's wrong. It's not right. And at the end of the day, you got these brown envelope wannabes like Rory Jennings going on these platforms and getting up the ladder. And this guy has got spits the most venom and shit. His football opinions are shocking. I mean, he come out about Haaland not even to get 15 goals. He's always mudding Chelsea. He wanted Tuchel out. Countless videos about Tuchel agenda and then Tuchel out, and then he's saying, then he's going, "What's Potter doing?" But he wanted Potter. You know, it's just like they're flip flops. They don't care about Chelsea, and that's why I come for all these wrong-uns. They don't give a shit. All they give a shit about is their status. They give a shit about earning their money. They give a shit about the clickbait and being a certain someone, an influencer, or whatever it is. And this is the problem, guys. This is why Gary Neville coming on, was it on BBC or whatever it was? He's talking about politics. You don't know about politics, fella. You're a footballer, ex-footballer. What do you know about politics? You ain't no politician, bruv. You ain't no flipping MP. What are you talking about? Crying out loud, you come out and said Foden's generational. Why is Gareth Southgate not playing him? He's got to play him. All you brown envelopes putting pressure on Gareth Southgate to play this Foden, bruv. Yeah? All this time. Nothing like that on Minnell's man. And this is what leads me on to it. Talk Sport, the culprits here. Yeah? The culprits here. 100% culprits. Let's have a look here. So, it says here, 21-year-old Bukayo Saka, 22-year-old Phil Foden, 19-year-old Jude Bellingham. The future is still bright for England. Where the fuck is talking about Minnell's man? Where are you talking about Minnell's man? Man is only 23. Where is the same energy, bruv? Where's the same energy? It's not there, guys. They despise Chelsea Football Club, but they love these golden childs. They love them. They love them. What have they all won? Have they won? I'll tell you what, they ain't won one Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cup, have they? They haven't won fuck all like that. Yeah, when you talk about European pedigree, when you talk about playing at the top league. And where's the talk of Reece James? Reece James is 23. Where's the talk of Reece James? Oh, no, they won't say Reece James. Do you know why? I'll say it how it is, yeah? This is exactly why. Because it doesn't suit their Trent campaign. It doesn't suit Trent. It doesn't suit Walker. We've got to keep them at bay. Yeah, Reece James. No. We won't mention Reece James. We won't mention Minnell's man. But we'll mention every other player except Chelsea players. Yeah? And I'm sick of it. And I won't stand for it. I definitely don't stand for it. I'm definitely not standing for it. So there's also this nonsense today. All right. Now, I listen, what I know is down to what I know. Yeah. And that's nothing to do with anyone. But at the end of the day, yeah, there's a lot of brown envelope work happening. And I told you they're feasting. Now, there's all this talk about Minnell's man. Minnell's man's contract is going to be ending soon. Yeah. And Bowley is trying his very hardest to get this player to commit to sign on his terms. But let's have it right. Yeah. It's not all right to play Sterling 300 grand, Lukaku's 400 grands, Werner's 290s, Aubameyang's probably on close to 300 grand. You're paying Reece James 250 to 300 grand. You're going to sign Rice and Bellingham, for example. You're not going to sign them for under 250 grand. Let's have it right. Yeah. So why is it all right for your player of the season, back to back, the one with the highest stats, the most important player, the face of Chelsea, the next captain? Why is it all right to pay him under all those other players' wages? Why? Why is that acceptable? It's an agenda. And it's been manipulated by Chelsea on this player. If Chelsea go and lose this player to the likes of a Man City, a Liverpool, a Juventus, a Barcelona, whoever it is, a Man United, the clubs that have been already, all the brand owners have come out and said that these clubs are after Mason Mount and they're waiting in the lines. They're waiting to see if he doesn't commit or not, then you have to ask yourself something here. Because there's no other players in world football like Mason Mount. There are no players like him. So all these clubs going after him is for a reason. Because they know that. Give him the fucking money. Pay him what he wants and what he fucking well deserves. And it's as simple as that. There's nothing more to say about it. He loves his club. He is Chelsea. He wants to win it all with Chelsea. He wants to get Chelsea back to the top where it belongs. But pay him his money, man. It's as simple as that. I'm hearing all nonsense. Oh, he's a squad player. Oh, just give him 150 grand. No, fuck you. Why is it all right for everyone else to get all the high wages? Why? What is Sterling all of a sudden more proper Chelsea than Mason Mount? Is Reece James more proper Chelsea than Mason Mount all of a sudden? Is Cucurella more proper Chelsea than Mason Mount? You're all right signing on these players for big money, but you're not signing the player who cost you nothing on what he deserves, delivering you what he delivered, stats galore, records galore. You're having a bubble, mate. You're a long way from Starbucks, mate, if you think that he's not deserved of that money. You are paying 300 grand for Sterling on what he's done as a player, what his track record is, what his CV's about. Yeah. That's what it's about. Yeah. And that's what's earned him the contract. But yet people go, no, Mason Mount doesn't deserve a contract. These Miz fellas, Eunice, Lewis, all these fucking, even Gunny, I think, said it. All of them said it. All of them. All the platforms. He doesn't deserve. Matisse, they all say it. He don't deserve his contract. He's not playing well enough. But Raheem Sterling isn't playing well enough for Chelsea. He's on 300 grand a week. But you're not basing that money on just small sample, mate. You're basing it on what he's done. And Mason Mount has done more than enough at this football club to earn the big money at the age he's at, dedicating his future. You lot are a long way from Starbucks and you don't get Minerals Mount. And I've got receipts on every single one of them. Every single one of them, I've got receipts on them. So when he's balling again and he's going to win us trophies, I don't want to hear their prop. Their prop means fuck all. Doesn't mean nothing. Worthless. No substance. No minerals. He ain't leaving Chelsea. They all want him to leave Chelsea. You go to the comments underneath, they're all like, yes, Liverpool, take him. Listen, you think Chelsea would sell? You think Mason Mount would go to Liverpool? You're deluded, bruv. You're absolutely deluded. Absolutely deluded. So, you know, it's great. It's great. Listen, you've got to understand something here. That there are clubs that want Mason Mount and big clubs want him. So Bowley needs to ask himself something here, and Clearlake and all that. Do you want to take the risk of losing a player of that ilk and minerals? A player that's delivered, a player that the Chelsea fans love. The real Chelsea fans love him. The real Chelsea fans. The other ones, wishy-washy flip-floppers, agenda merchants. Fuck all them off. But the real Chelsea fans love Mason Mount and they understand what he is to this football club. Are you going to fuck them all off? You're going to piss them off? You want to do that? We'll see. But my vibe is this kid is not leaving Chelsea. And if it comes to him signing less money, it's shame on the ownership. But at the end of the day, all this I hear, this is what I hear. Oh, if he's proper Chelsea, he'll accept 150 grand. Yeah. You see, these are the ones with their little agendas. They don't understand him. They don't understand what he gives to the team, what a player is for Chelsea, what he's delivered, everything, blah, 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 the whole shebang. They don't get it because they don't want to get it or they can't get it because they ain't got the ball IQ. They ain't got the no ball factor. And this is the problem with the majority of these fan base, yeah? Minerals Mount is proper Chelsea all day long. And he loves his club. But To say a player is not proper Chelsea because he's not accepting fucking a wage that is less than what other players that haven't performed at your football club are getting, then you are the biggest wrong'un in the game. Biggest wrong'un. By an absolute mile. Fuck it. Galaxies. So anyway, when he signs his deal, as I say, we'll do a celebratory stream on here. We'll mud all the wrong'uns and we'll drink their tears up the Chels. And these same people will come out and go, oh, Ziyech deserves a chance to play now. Yeah. Ziyech deserves a chance. Pulisic deserves a chance to play at Chelsea. Do they? What have they done to deserve their chance? Because they played out their skins. When you mock the die for the badge, yeah, right, and all these wrong'uns mock die for the badge, passion merchant, all this. What did Pulisic and Ziyech do for their countries? They died for the badge. They showed passion. They do anything to win for that. Where have they done that in a Chelsea shirt? They haven't done it. So why do they deserve to play for Chelsea? Jog on. Fuck off. Literally. Shocking. And when you talk about Martinez, the goalkeeper for Argentina, and all that, yeah? All right? Middlesbrough put 2 past him. One of them was a free kick. Let's have it right. Let's not mock that. Let's not mock that. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he's one that Chelsea should look at if they're looking to replace for a goalkeeper. Arsenal should never have got rid of him. Let's have it right. He was always a good goalkeeper. But they got that, what's his fella? That he just looks like a lamppost. Is it Ramsdale, whatever? Ramsgate, whatever? Yeah. Nowhere near Martinez, that guy. Nowhere near it. But anyway, we move. But like I say, they only want to look at the now in a stop-start season, but they disregard the last 3 seasons Mason Mount's played. And that tells me one thing and one thing only, agenda. Now, let's move on. Big up to Chelsea till I die. You've triggered, we're going to talk about Leao and Felix, because there's a lot of talk about Leao and Bowley and Chelsea want Leao. Now, don't get me wrong. I think this player is quality. I think he has potential. Again, another one with potential. But he's a good player. He's built. He's very well built. He's got pace. He takes on players. He's direct. And I like that. All the things that we sort of lack in the front line from Pulisic and Ziyech. Ha, ha, ha. What a coincidence, yeah? So it doesn't solve the problem. Getting a player like that, paying over 100 million, doesn't solve any issues. It's just another attacker you're buying. My concern is the midfield again. But do I go for a player like that? Maybe wait till the summer and go for that player. Let's talk about going him now. But for me, Leao, if I'm looking at players to make a big difference at Chelsea, I think Nkunku does. Nkunku, yeah, I think he does. I can see something in him. Leao, I haven't seen enough. And let's have it right. He plays in that pensioners slow league. He came on. He didn't even start in the World Cup. He did score a good goal, but he was an impact player. And when he came on against Morocco, what did he really do? He was playing against a low block Morocco. Did he actually have any sort of impact? Not really. Not really. The only player that had a slight impact was Felix. Felix had that shot, make the goalkeeper make a world-class save, and had a few moments. But Felix in that game was always in position to receive the ball. He didn't get the ball in the right positions. And I think Felix is a better shout than Leao in this moment in time. And if it's a case of getting him on loan, then I'd go and do that. But if I can buy him, I'll buy him. I like Felix. I don't know, like, is he built for the league? I think his talent is good. But does Felix will get into City's team? I think he does. So if Felix is a player that Pep would definitely go and look at, I don't think right now because he doesn't need him. But if he was looking and he had a position available, I think he'd be looking at Felix and he'd go for Felix. He's that type of player. So why can't we look at those types of players? And I've always been looking for this type of player. Someone who's got the ability to play with Middles Mount, Kai Havertz, play with Sterling, play with Nkunku. We can mix it up, and I like that. He can play across the front line. He can play a little false 9. So can Kai. He can play 10. He's versatile. We've got players there, so we don't have to just always rely on Middles Mount, and Middles Mount gets the fucking blame for everything. Let's give some other players a bit of blame as well, shall we? Let's give the midfield a bit of blame. But I'm not there to blame players. I'm there to spit the realness, and the realness is the balance of the team ain't there. So players will suffer. Now, Felix does give us something different, and I think we could do with someone like that. No, Atomic, I haven't slandered Felix. I'll tell you what it is. It's all the hipsters that come out Felix is clear of Mount when he's not. He's just not clear of Mount. And I keep saying this to people is Felix plays with Mount. Mbappe plays with Mount. Havertz plays with Mount. Can you see a going trend here? Can you see the narrative there? They play with him. It's not instead of either him or. It's never that. Mount plays. They play with him. That's it. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is, bruv. It is what it is. Do you know what? Yeah, I can slander Mbappe if I want because he's not my player. I don't give a fuck about Mbappe. He's arrogant. He's a ninja turtle, bruv. He's a pace merchant. And he scored a hat-trick and didn't win the World Cup. Shocking. But what I'll say is, yes, he's talented. Yes, he's talented. For sure. But he's playing in a poor league. He's in a poor league, bruv. He needs to go to Premier League if he wants to show he's got the minerals, bruv. Come to the Premier League. If you want to, Bowley, if you want to land the minerals, go and buy Mbappe then. Go and buy him. I'd buy him. Of course I'd buy him. If he plays for my team, I'm backing him, bruv. But he don't play for my team. I ain't twerking for players that don't play for my team, bruv. I can like players, but it doesn't mean I have to back them all the way. Fuck no. Why should I? They're not Chelsea boys. I don't give a shit. All this talk about Mbappe, this Mbappe, that. Poor Haaland, bruv. What's he going to do with Norway, bruv? Is he ever going to win the World Cup? Probably not. Do you know what I mean? Are you going to take that away from Haaland and say, oh, he's not world class? Is that the going rate? Is England ever going to win the World Cup? Are we going to take that away from all the players that we got in England that they're not world class? It's bollocks, bruv. It's bollocks. Has Mbappe won the Champions League? No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. He's bottled it, in fact. Bottled it against, was it Real Madrid? And he bottled it against Bayern Munich. Was it Bayern Munich? Yeah. So he's got to improve. He's got to improve. Yeah, he's got to improve. And he's 23. He's going on 24. Do you know what I mean? So, listen, I would sign Mbappe. Who wouldn't sign him? But let's have it right. He ain't coming to Premier League, bruv. He's going Real Madrid. That's what he's going to do. Sepp, as you say, I'll come and he almost won 2 World Cups. Well, he didn't, did he? He didn't. If he did, different discussion. But he didn't. He got schooled by Messi. Got schooled by Messi. And do you know what? At the end of the day, he needs humbling, bruv. Yeah. And I'll tell you what'll be interesting. What's it going to be like in the PSG dressing room with Mbappe and Messi and Neymar, in fact? Neymar was in tears, bruv. Neymar was in tears. What a brilliant individual goal Neymar scored. Wonderful player. But let's have it right. Brazil ain't that team. Brazil ain't that team. So it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. It is what it is. Guys, hit that like button, guys. Let me know what likes I'm on, in fact, because I haven't even tracked the likes. Guys, let me know in the chat what likes I'm on tonight. Chelsea Spirit Mount hasn't won. No, he hasn't won the World Cup. I know that, but he's won the Champions League, Club World Cup, Super Cup. That he has won. That he has won. So it goes hand in hand. 118, that's piss poor, guys. Get me up to the 200 likes, man. What is that all about? Do you know what? Fucking hell. Just like, I'm coming off, bruv. You ain't liking it. Where's the likes at, guys? Where the fuck are the likes at? This is poor, man. Making me take myself off my own stream because it's so disappointing. It's a mockery, bruv. Do you know what? I'm coming off until I get 150. There's 155 in here, all right? I want 155 likes. I'm coming off. I'm pissed off, bruv. I'm gonna go and fucking make a drink. I'm gonna fill up my minerals cup, yeah. And when I come back, I want 150 likes, bruv.
A good thing that I have, it's I don't like to read because I know 90% of the times they lie. They are garbage. The press, they are garbage. Not all of them, but most of them. They don't say the truth. And they lie. They constant lie.
Well, first of all, I just want to address you people in front of me, the dailies. I had some of these banned for a few weeks, and to be honest, I get fed up with it. Your job is to tell the truth, right? That's your job. You can quote me when I'm accurate about things I have said. I'm not going to have you twisting everything I say, okay? So the next time it's finished, you don't ever get back in, okay? To make that clear to you, you don't get back in, finished. I'm fed up having to read papers and talk things I say, and I know I've said, and you completely twist it around, lie. Your job is to tell the truth. That's your job as a journalist. And if you can't do that, you're in the wrong job. Okay? So make that clear.
Absolute fucking cheat, bruv. No likes, don't like it. Do you know what I mean? I sit here for all this time and you just sit there, watch it, don't even like it, bruv. I might as well put you all in the woods, bruv. Every single one of you should go in the woods for not liking this. I landed minerals tonight. Do you know what I mean? Like, what am I on? What is this all about? What is this all about? You know, the amount of stuff, the amount of absolute minerals being landed tonight is just been, it's been exceptional, absolutely exceptional. Now, when it comes to the point where I have to put my own viewers in the woods, bruv, it ain't healthy. It's not gravy. It's not gravy, bruv. Yeah. Now, the real ones, they like the video. They love the content, all right? And they understand what's going on. But there's a lot in here. A lot in here. They just watch. They're like, I don't know. I call them maybe stalkers, some of them. They might be a bit stalkerish, you know? You know what I mean? A bit stalkerish, a bit wishy-washy, Jack the Ripper, you know? But anyway, it is what it is. I see Goonies in here. Hello to you, fella. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. 160. Where's the likes up, bruv? Let me see the likes. Put the likes in the comments, bruv. Put the likes in. Chelsea Dan says it out is smash the likes and sub. It's not hard to press that button, guys. It's not even about the subs. It's just the likes, bruv. I like it. I like it. Yeah. Who's gonna step on you? Dun, 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 dun. Come on, let's have it right, bruv. Let's land it. Let's land the minerals, yeah? Let's say how it is. So now we know Messi. Messi's won the World Cup. We know Piers Morgan, brown envelopes in the mud. We know Ronaldo. You know, let's have it right. Ronaldo's done it in pretty much every league. Messi ain't. Messi's a Barcelona player. Sir Alex Ferguson said, "Yo, he's just a Barcelona player." Ronaldo's done it in every league. Now, Ronaldo won the Euros in a shocking Portugal team, carried them to Euros, which is fantastic. Messi's taken them to this point where he's had the whole of Qatar, PSG, the funding, the backing to go and win the World Cup. The beautiful, it's almost like Batman v Superman with Mbappe and Ninja Turtles v Superman with Messi and Mbappe, lockheads, you know, head to head and all this. When it really, if they wanted to go the real way, I think it would have been too obvious if they'd done Ronaldo Messi final, you know what I mean, World Cup. Would have been too obvious. Brown envelopes were flying about. But this was a little bit more discreet. But this is the thing. He's won the World Cup. Everyone's like, he's undisputed GOAT of all time, the greatest player. Now, is he as great as Maradona? You know, Maradona, when you watch Maradona, he'd do things that were just unbelievable, yeah? But for me, the GOAT, the GOAT of all time, this guy is the GOAT, yeah? When we talk about minerals, bruv, the minerals man is there, bruv. The minerals man is there, yeah? He's absolutely there. Like I say, you got Messi, Ronaldo, and all this, yeah? But then for me, you got this GOAT. Now, this player for me is probably one of the greatest players I've watched play the game. I think he's the most talented. Just an unbelievable. He still holds the record of 15 World Cup goals in one competition. And that for me is the Ronaldo, bruv. The Ronaldo is for me, my personal preference, is the greatest player. He's the greatest. He came back from a cruciate ligament, an ACL, and he went and won another World Cup. This guy's played in how many leagues? Dutch league, Spain. He's played Barcelona, Real Madrid. He's played Ajax. I swear he played PSG as well. He's just an unbelievable player. This player, unbelievable, bruv. And you watch him, and you watch his goals. He's just the phenomenon. Even Jose Mourinho said it. So then, you know, he's number one, and then I have Minerals Mount just behind. That's what I do. I have Minerals Mount behind him. So that's for me. Like, everyone else can have their preferences, Messi, Ronaldo, and all that. But for me, Ronaldo, when I was growing up as a kid, watching this player, Channel 4 and all that, watching him at Inter Milan, and he's just different gravy, bruv, this player. Different gravy. And if he was fit, if he was in this era fit, he would have blown away Messi and Ronaldo's careers. He would have won more World Cups, probably would have won 3 World Cups. Yeah. All right. Because he would have been fit. He probably would have won more Ballon d'Ors because he's Brazilian, he's Ronaldo. Bucktooth Ronaldo. He would have won more Champions Leagues. And I know, like, we put honours as part of the debate, but as a player, I mean, he went to Manchester United and absolutely annihilated them. It was just my mate Stretters, big up Stretters. He was at that game and witnessed Ronaldo, and he said the whole of Old Trafford applauded Ronaldo off the pitch when he got subbed. That's how much of a GOAT he is. That's how much of a GOAT he is. So that's my GOAT, bruv. I don't give a shit what anyone says. I don't give a what anyone says. It is what it is, bruv. You know it, bruv. You know it. R9 is people that know about football, man, telling you. Listen, Messi is Messi, yeah. But if I could have any player, watch any player, for me, R9 was just every type of goal. Mate, has anyone seen when he played Shakhtar? I think it's Shakhtar Donetsk or Russian team, and the pitch was like hard mud. And this guy was dribbling around people for fun. You talk about conditions that these players playing now, immaculate conditions. This guy was playing on a bobbled pitch with no grass on it, just mud, bruv. And the guy was just killing it, scoring goals, dribbling for fun, running the whole game, Champions League game. Like, I'm sorry, man. Ain't no Cristiano Ronaldo Messi doing that. Ain't no Cristiano Ronaldo Messi doing that. No chance. Big up El Padrino in here. Big up Phil R9 is my goat. Let's have it right. Listen, the real ones know, bruv. The real ones know, man. This is unbelievable. Unbelievable. Is R9 better than Mount? Well, listen, they're different positions. Let's have it right. I think you can't really compare Mount to Ronaldo, because Ronaldo was like striker. Do you know what I mean? Mount is a midfielder. So this is the thing for me. Mount plays with R9. Oh, that would have been, I tell you what, that would have been incredible, bruv. If Mount played with R9, I tell you what, when you talk minerals, bruv, it's to the top, mate. To the fucking top, bruv. Yeah. But yeah, Seppa's right, bruv. He could never be as good as Mount. Listen, if you put R9 as an 8, is he going to be as good as Mount? Well, he's not an 8, so no, he won't. No, he won't, bruv. But listen, that is my goat. I love that player. I love everything about. Listen, all the players go up to him, bruv. Even now, I know he's smoking cigars, he's smoking, drinking, he's eating, he's living life, bruv. Bit chubby and all that, but you know they love him, bruv. He's a goat, bruv. We talk about greats of all times. He is, man. He won games single-handedly on his own. Won World Cups. He swallowed. They said he swallowed his own tongue. You know, before the World Cup final, that second World Cup. You know, he scored 15 goals in a World Cup, guys. 15 goals in a single World Cup. That is unbelievable. No one's broken that. Yeah, Zidane, bright guy, but Zidane, great player and all that. But for me, Ronaldo, bruv. I know a lot of people say Ronaldinho, but for me, R9 was magical player. Big up to everyone in here. Everything. What likes are we on now? What likes are we on now? Johnny, do you think Potter is a yes man? Kimso says. Listen, potentially. I have to see what signings we make. I think the biggest giveaway is Ronaldo. If Ronaldo comes to Chelsea, he's a yes man all day long. But how do we know that Potter wants Leao, wants Nkunku, wants all these players? How do we know that? We don't. We have to trust it. Big up deals. Mbappe does support Chelsea. Does he though? I mean, I think he's got a bit of animosity towards Chelsea because our fucking shit scouts, let's have it right, are shocking scouts that they better be out the door at Chelsea. How did they not see the talent there? How did they not see the talent when he came on trials at Chelsea and you didn't take him on? How did you let Declan Rice go? This is worrying signs. You let a player like that go slip through your fingers at your club. You let De Bruyne go. You let Salah's go. Or Salah I don't really rate that highly, to be honest. But De Bruyne I do rate. But he weren't doing what Kai Havertz was doing at his age. I'm sorry. He wasn't. He just wasn't doing it. He only became the player he did at Manchester City for me. Kai Havertz is winning Champions League, Super Cup, Club World Cups and been clutching every single one of them while he's holding up a little poker. Oh, yeah, great. I've got loads of assists. Listen, like Harry Kane, like old spit-face Harry Kane, yeah, all of his 318 goals don't amount to nothing, bruv. No one remembers the goals if they don't amount to anything. Just like Mbappe's hat-trick. Yeah, he scored a hat-trick, but he didn't do a Jeff Hurst, mate. He didn't win the World Cup with a hat-trick. There's a difference there. It's about crossing the line. It's making your goals mean something and your assists mean something. And that is more valuable. That's what it's about. That's when it counts, guys. It's when it counts. Yeah? Not having man of the match or golden boot or whatever. Who cares about that? When you ain't got the golden minerals there, the trophy there, it doesn't mean anything. It just hurts more. Because he's thinking, Mbappe's thinking, I did all I can to win for us to win the World Cup. But let's have it right. If you ain't got no N'Golo Goat Kante, you ain't winning no World Cup, France. I always knew France weren't going to win the World Cup. I knew if they don't have N'Golo Kante, they ain't winning no World Cup, bruv. I'm sorry. He's irreplaceable. And at Chelsea, and Chelsea fans need to understand that N'Golo Kante is irreplaceable. N'Golo Kante, there is no other player like him. So if I've got the opportunity of having him coming back after surgery and seeing ball out at the end of the season, he goes and wins us another Champions League, yeah, and helps us win the Champions League, I'm signing that geezer, bruv. I'm signing him for 300 grand, bruv. That's right. He's a Chelsea legend. Why am I going to go and give him repaired to another club so they can reap the rewards? No, mate. I'm sorry. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. And let little ones like this, Omari Hutchinson, little generational little player there. Yeah, little proper Chelsea, bruv. Let's have it right. He left Arsenal, went back off Arsenal, yeah, to come back to Chelsea. Let him be around these players, these world-class players, and learn and feel the aura and the team spirit and the mentality and absorb all those minerals, bruv. Well, why are we going to let Kante go? I'm sorry, bruv. You don't let go of Kante, man. I'm sorry, bruv. No, can't do it. Any ideas who won the cement boot award, bruv? You know top bins, bruv. You know exactly who won it, bruv. You know exactly who won it. Oh man, this guy, bruv. This guy. If I see this guy back at Stamford Bridge, I think I'm going to go into cardiac arrest, bruv. I'll be real. I think I'll go into cardiac arrest. But listen, we know who won the cement boot award, and that was Lukaku, bruv. Yeah. Look, let me duck in here. You see me there? All right. Lukaku's in the cement, bruv. He's proper cemented in there by Minerals, man. He deserves to be cemented in. Yeah. He ain't welcome at Chelsea, bruv. He ain't welcome at Chelsea. Let's have it right. Belgian Mark Henry. Let's have it right. Now we have to question, do you honestly believe that Potter would want Lukaku, that profile striker? No chance. So if he comes back, then maybe that's another telltale that Potter's a yes man, bruv, because they don't want to lose the money. It's all about the P guys. They're businessmen. They're billionaires. They want to make the money. They want their money. You know, they should have gone and got Haaland, bruv, and they didn't do it. They didn't do it. And now we're suffering. We're suffering. We've got a guy on the books who's just absolutely robbing our club, but yet people don't want to pay Minerals man his worth. 45 minutes, man, a match. 45 minutes. That's all it took. 45 minutes. But listen, let's have it right. Minerals FC, we've got receipts on all the merchants, bruv. All the agenda merchants. We've got receipts on everyone. We've got everyone on receipts, bruv. This guy, bruv. Foden, bruv. Listen, he's a nice little player, bruv, but he ain't that clutch player. He ain't that generational player, bruv. The media propaganda for this kid, bruv, is just shocking. Shocking. And this kid, he loves Chelsea, bruv. Look at him celebrating with the fans, bruv. Loves it. Loves Chelsea. Oh, and I forgot to mention, how was the so-called generational Gavi and, is it Gavi and Pedri, bruv? How was their performances for Spain? How was their performances, bruv? Broke Alona, yeah? What did they do, the Golden Boys? The corrupt Ballon d'Or Golden Boy Award given to those two players, yeah? What golden balls did they? The golden bottle jobs, bruv. Golden bottle jobs. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. But listen, guys. You didn't let me know what likes I'm on. Let me know what the likes are on. Harry Kane's not a football player. He's a rugby player from the pen. I think he was singing "Reach from the Skies." Oh man, my word! No, they're not Kim So, mate. What have they done? What have they done to be better? You're talking nonsense here. This is the problem with these guys, man. They go, this guy's better than him. Oh, everyone's better than Mount. Oh, they will go and deliver what Mount's delivered then and be better then, yeah? But you ain't. So you ain't better. You're nowhere near it, bruv. You're a long way from Starbucks. Seppers is right. That Spurs gene got the better of Kane. 165 likes. Guys, big up to every single one of you. That's fantastic. 165 likes. We're going to move on to 200. We're going to move on to 200. Big up to every single one of you here liking the stream. Obviously, anyone in here new that subbed to this channel, big up to every single one of you. It's very important to help the channel grow. And big up Fatter in here. Listen, he knows, bruv. You know, the thing is, Kim So, he's living dangerously. He's living dangerously. But when I hear nonsense like that, I just question it because they haven't got this collection, bruv. They don't have this collection to be in the same conversation. They just don't have it. You know? And that's it, bruv. That's it. It is what it is. Let's have it right. Of course I can, Geezer. So this is a shout out to Chelsea Dan's little boy Kai. Got a lovely name like Kai, silky German adverts. Let's have it right. It's his 4th birthday, so happy 4th birthday. Minnals to you. Let me know who's his favourite player. And obviously he's a Chelsea boy. But big up to Kai and have a lovely birthday tomorrow. And cheers to you. Yeah, that's it, bruv. No brown. Big up, Stretters. No brown envelopes is safe, bruv. Not one brown envelope can get away. Not even if you don't even have to be a brown envelope, bruv. Just be a merchant or an agenda merchant. You're not safe. Big up to Fatter if landing soup minerals, bruv. No minerals on Southgate, Fraudgate. Can't believe he didn't put Mount in a few games in the World Cup. I'd rather Tuchel took over Fraudgate before Euros 2024. No, I agree with that. I would love Tuchel, but I don't think the FA would. They don't want a yes man. Southgate is a yes man, tax man. Let's have it right. And Tuchel is German, and I don't think it will sit right with the FA having a German with all the history of England, Germany to manage England. But Southgate's not that guy. Southgate ain't the one. He's not the one. He's a long way from being the one. And the fact that he didn't play Mason Mount against France is criminal. And that's it. He's blacklisted for me. He cost us the World Cup. He cost us the World Cup for not playing Mason Mount. And everyone saw what Mason Mount did when he came on. And he won the penalty in 32 seconds. And he put it on a platter. He wanted to take the penalty. Mason Mount wanted to take that penalty. And he was still having a go at the ref after going, that was a penalty. I don't know what you're moaning about. Because the referee, brown envelope, didn't want to give that penalty, but he had to because it was a pen. Broad daylight pen. Big up to your 5 kids, all proper Chelsea Dan. And Kai's big fan. They're big fan of Mason Mount and Thiago Silva and Reece James, mate. Love that. Love that. Love that. Kounde's just like a 4.5 foot waste man. I mean, useless, bruv. I'm so happy we didn't sign him. I thought he was a better player than what he was, but he really ain't. He really ain't that guy. Dembele got hooked because he was getting run ragged on that side. Defensively shocking. And I think that's why, you have to be a bit careful with these players. You need to build the right players around players like Dembele. They're like the icing on the cake. They're the players that you expect the glory from, but they don't like to dig in. They're too egotistical. They think they're better than that. But he soon realised in the World Cup that shit. If I don't dig out my minerals and dig in deep for the team, I'm getting hooked. And he got hooked, bruv. He got hooked. Di Maria been carrying Messi on his shoulders for a minute. It's not a bad shout, to be honest. It's not a bad shout. He turned up in the final, did he or did he not, Di Maria? He was up for it. And the rest of the other games. Big up Quino in here. Big up Quino. Lovely to see you in here, geezer. I haven't seen the guy from Napoli, Henrik, enough to give my judgment. Leao, I've seen bits, but I ain't seen enough. I'll go and do my research on him, but you're going by YouTube clips. We don't watch them week in, week out. You have to watch these players week in, week out to see what they're like, in the games that they lose, how they perform on a consistent level. You have to take into consideration the leagues they're playing in. Now, Serie A for me is a pensioners league, very slow league, suits a lot of players. The older you get, it's more suited to you because it's slower. You touch like the cement-booted fraud. His touch didn't get exposed in Serie A because he's got more time. But come to Premiership, you haven't got that time. And Leao, which I think a lot of players, that's why in Nkunku we have to be a little bit more careful with Nkunku because, he's going to have to adjust, mate. I'm just supporter. I agree with that. He took Saka, who was, I thought, England's man of the match. And he took him on, left Foden on. For the life of me, I cannot understand it. I cannot understand it. And he fucking played the hunchback dipper of Notre Dame, bruv, over Minnell's man. Is a criminal offence. Should be banged up for life for that. Nathan Wall, big up to you. The Minnells are back. Johnny up the Chels. Let's have it right. I am back, guys. I am back. I am back. Big up Trevor. Listen, that Miz ain't got a clue, bruv. Listen, this guy is a long way from Starbucks, bruv. This guy, listen, the biggest fraud going in the game, bruv. Biggest fraud going in the game. Shocking fella. Absolute disgrace. Calling him James Milner. Jog on, fella. You talk bangers and mash. Waffle, bruv. You talk waffle. And you know it. And we spit out those waffles, bruv. We don't eat them. They ain't got no syrup on it. They ain't got no eggs or bacon. They got vomit, bruv. That's why we bin it. You're in it to bin it. So we're binning it. Agenda merchant. That's what he is. A fucking agenda merchant. Let's get him off the screen, bruv. Mizzy, yeah? Mizzy, whizzy, wishy, washy, flip, flop. Let's have it right. What they say there? You ripper, flip, flopper, ripper. Is that what they say, innit? Fucking hell, I can't stand people that talk one thing to one person and then spit it out to another. Two-faced snake. That's what he is, bruv. Hey, yes, my geezer. I knew it. I said, He's always there. He's everywhere. He's like Joey Cole, bruv. This is the proper Chelsea geezer. My geezer, Chelsea old boys. Everyone in here, show love to Chelsea old boys. Just seen your live. Come in, Minerals FC. Family, smash the likes up the Chels. Big up to you, Chelsea old boys. My geezer. Always brings a smile to my face. Always. And as we know, we see things they'll never see. Let's have it right. You know the drill, guys. And the middle finger up to all the Mount Agenda merchants, bruv, and the media and the brown envelopes. All the wrong uns. Let's have it right. Lovely to see you in here, geezer. Yeah, let's have it. British Patriot, my member as well. Big up to you, Miz, the puddle of jizz. Miz, the puddle of piss, bruv. Piss. It is what it is, bruv. It is what it is. Big up to all you guys in here. Listen, you might have not seen the notifications. That's what I'm saying. But I'm glad everyone's in here. It's been a fantastic show. 2 hours. A 2-hour show of Landing the Minerals on the club we love, and we are super excited. And listen, let's have it right. Don't entertain all the bullshit, guys. Don't entertain all the negativity. We have to be positive. There's a lot of so-called fans going, "Oh no, dreading Chelsea. I don't. We've watched the Great World Cup. We're gonna go and watch Chelsea." Well, don't support Chelsea. Don't follow Chelsea. Don't watch Chelsea. It's very simple, bruv. But we watch them through and through. We love our club, regardless. Do you know what I mean? You have to understand that we're in transition. You have to understand that we're building to the future, and we are going to come back super strong, bruv. Do you know what I mean? Up the Chelsea, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right. Big up Chelsea always says, evening everyone, miss London and my Chelsea, can't wait. Boxing Day up the Chelsea. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Big up to you, my geezer. I hope you're well, safe, living life, winning as always. As to every single one of you guys that are supporting the channel, you're all winners. You're all winners when you're here. And when we're with Chelsea, we're winners, bruv. Big up to Stretter says, 174 likes. Let's get to 200. I said to you, 200 is not unachievable, guys. Smash the 200 likes, and obviously like and subscribe, mate. Subscribe to the channel. Help me get to the 5k. We're on the road to the 5k. You know what I mean? And Chelsea Dan says, big up, geezer. New start, a new era for us. Let's land the Minerals up the Chelsea. Exactly. We have to be positive. We have to be excited. And listen, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but we have to know what we stand for, our club. And there's players in our team who are not just shit. I don't want to hear all this. Oh, our players are shit. All right, but the World Cup is a major distraction to all these players. They don't want to get injured. They want it. Some of them, it's their last ever World Cups. Blah blah blah. So and you got all the injuries, you got all the issues. Change your manager. Blah blah blah. All this shit. We have to understand the context. That's right, Seppers. Even if you're not listen, you got to support Chelsea. We have to ride through it, guys. If it's going to be rough, we ride through it. It doesn't matter. We have to back our team, bruv. We have to back our team. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. And we're going to go all the way. We're going to go all the way. And we're going to have to see what happens in January. Catch us up the Chelsea. Minerals community is behind the Chelsea this season. Absolutely, bruv. We're always behind Chelsea, bruv. Always. Argentina goalkeeper's got minerals. Kepa is good. Mendy's great. But yeah, no, Martinez. Listen, I would look at him, but Villa will want big money. This is the problem when you buy players that have a good World Cup. Their value goes up, and you pay over the odds. And a lot of these clubs don't want to sell them. This is the problem. And British Patriot says it. Bang on the money now. Bang on the minerals. Looking forward to that club football coming back. Let's have it. transitional season and World Cup interference. Support your club and think positive for the future up the Chelsea. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. So, on that note, guys, on that note, I'm going to leave that message there. Before you leave, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications. Big up to Chelsea Dan for a new membership. If you haven't been a member at Chelsea for this Chelsea content platform, the Minerals FC membership is pinned at the top of the live chat. It's in the description below. All my socials below. Minerals FC Twitter, Minerals _FC on Twitch, which is running now, and TikTok. And we've got Instagram, Minerals FC, and Twitter, obviously, which is we know that. I will do another stream, and I hope everyone has a fantastic Christmas, a happy Minerals Christmas. Be good to everyone, and enjoy it. Eat good. Enjoy your time with family, whatever you're going to be doing, and that's what it's all about. And then we look forward to after Boxing Day, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Forest, Fulham. We've got Man City. We've got some great games coming up. So we have to be very much positive and looking forward to it. And then, like I say to you, I'm going to have a lot. I'm going to be doing a lot of streams, guys. But I needed the World Cup. I didn't feel enough passion to do streams on it, apart from England. And then when England went out, I was like, you know, everyone's doing streams on it. I'm not really bothered, mate. I'm just bothered about Chelsea and doing well and finishing this season strong. We're not even halfway through the season, for fuck's sake. I think what are we, 14, 15 games into the season? Come on. We got a whole season here. We can turn it around. But it was a very good World Cup. Let's have it right. It was a great World Cup, and I did enjoy it. But now it's time to get down to the business, and like I say, dig out the minerals. Our Chelsea players have got to dig out the minerals. The gaffer's got to dig out the minerals, and we got to go and win games now. We need to start winning some games, even if we don't play well and it's dirty. We don't care. If it's ugly, we don't care. We just want to win games. We need to get some points on the table and close that gap in the top four. And then anything's possible after that, guys. Absolutely anything's possible. And the Champions League as well. Don't write it off. We are a cup team. We've got every opportunity. And there's players that have won the Champions League that are in our squad still. And there's players that haven't won the Champions League in our squad that want to win it. So it's a nice balance. Potter's doing very well in the Champions League, and in the league we're struggling. So let's now, and also we've got our boys back. We've got Reece James, we've got Fofana, we've got everyone coming back without the World Cup in the back of their minds, and hopefully fit players. We've got Kante going to come back. You know, guys, we have to be positive here. It's like new signings for us. These are literally like new signings. So I'm looking forward to Fofana. I'm looking forward to seeing Reece James back in action. We're going to have Cucurella, who's been training heavily with Potter and the lads, which is great. Georgie there, our vice captain. So there's a lot of things to look forward to. And we're going to have some fresh players. And then Potter's going to have to land the minerals, bruv. And it's as simple as that. It is literally as simple as that. And we can do that. And why not try and get Declan Rice in January? Fuck it. Why not, man? That could turn around our season. He could play Champions League as well. Who knows? If that's me and I'm ready to spend 100 and whatever million, go and get me the Rolls Royce now. Fuck it. Get him now. So that's the way I see it. But guys, big up to every single one of you. Lovely to see you all in here. Everyone's supporting. And as always, we've got all them lot in the woods. They're still there. We don't hear nothing from them. And may that long continue. But like I say, guys, get on the TikTok as well. TikTok is quality. It's a good laugh, and there's some lovely content on there. As always, guys, make sure you keep an eye out for my streams, because I will be doing them. I'm definitely going to do one before the game. or after the game. The thing is, I'm going away on Boxing Day, my birthday and all that. So I have to see what's happening with that, because there's a lot of strikes happening and all this nonsense. So we see what's going on, guys. But I will be around. Don't you worry about that. So big up to every single one of you in here. It goes without saying. Like the stream. Put your comments down below. At the end of the stream, I want to have all your feedback in there. Land your minerals in the comments. Very important, guys. And share it out, guys. Spread it out. Push it out. We've landed some minerals tonight. Some great stuff that we've spoken about. But listen, guys, I'll see you very soon. And big up to Chelsea Dan's son Kai as well. Have a happy birthday tomorrow. He's a December baby. We love that, as I am myself. So listen, hopefully I'll see you before Christmas. But happy Minerals Christmas to every single one of you. Enjoy it, live life, be happy, stay healthy, be thankful every day that we're living another day, and enjoy it. And we get to see our Chels. Do you know what I mean? So as always, up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Let's have it right. Big up to every single one of you in here. Right, Pride of London. London is blue. Let's have it right. Up the Chels, up the Minerals FC. Let's go. Have it right, Minerals FC.
Johnny's got the fucking minerals, mate.